Mr. Frosh, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas. Do you stand by your Deputy Attorney General?
I just know that you guys are a pain in the ass.
Well, it's our journalists, our job to be a pain in the ass of taxpayer-funded abuses.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got a nice tie. We'll see you a little later.
The olives in the back, and then on the second time around, I'm gonna do the olives in the front. Yeah. Ow! I can tell you on the main course, no appetizers. Put you down for desserts. Lay you down, I'm just saying. Introduce me to your skirt. Let me take you on a ride. You can leave home your purse. Shit, I got you, lady, let's work. Shit, I got you, baby, I ain't half-stepping, so go on like that, baby. I know you're tight, well, so you got a lot of...
This is Brian Frosh. He's Maryland's Attorney General. We caught up with him recently at the Maryland Bar Association dinner. We wanted to ask him about his deputy, Thiravendran Vinaraja.
The EPA suit, that won't happen until later this week. It would be really bad if somebody found out before the middle of the week.
Our legal experts say Vinaraja likely violated the Maryland Rules of Professional Conduct when he leaked this story about his client, the state of Maryland, to our journalist. Rule 16A says, a lawyer shall not reveal information relating to representation of a client unless the client gives informed consent. After the story broke, the Maryland AG's office said taxpayer money was not misspent by Vinaraja during his trip to New York. But the text exchanged by our journalist and the deputy AG suggest otherwise.
While I was texting him, I asked if he needed to be at the conference because I thought it was important for him to be doing his job, and he said no, he didn't need to be there because he would rather be spending time with me in a hotel room alone than at the conference.
Come on in, guys. Anybody need a name tag?
Yep, we need name tags.
Yes, I got it. James, here you go.
We believe the Attorney General still had some questions to answer.
Do you stand by Vinaraja, your deputy Vinaraja? Do you stand by Vinaraja for leaking information about the state of Maryland? I guess he says he's having a conversation over there. Don't want to interrupt this conversation, but I want to find out what's happening with Vinaraja. The Deputy Attorney General of Maryland was caught in a hotel room leaking information about the state of Maryland to a girl. Okay. Haven't heard about that one?
We're nothing if not persistent.
Mr. Frosh, do you stand by your deputy after he was leaking information? Sir, do you stand by your deputy after he's leaking information? Not answering our question. He is not answering our question, so...
We were then approached by Nelson Macy, an environmental attorney who didn't seem too happy we were at the dinner.
So why are you here?
We're here to get a comment from Attorney General Brian Frosh about why he's standing by his deputy after he was leaking information against Maryland ethics rules.
So you just kind of intrude into our dinner, the fact that no one wants you here.
Well, we actually...
Bother you? That you guys are just paying the fee, coming here and disrupting our dinner?
We actually we paid the fee and we were invited and we were allowed in.
Who invited you?
Well, we signed up on the event and the organizer said we can come in and she's happy we're here.
Yeah. Well, we aren't.
Do you stand by the Deputy Attorney General for...
Another deputy. I just know that you guys are a pain in the ass.
Well, it's our journalists, our job to be a pain in the ass of taxpayer-funded abuses.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got a nice tie. We'll see you a little later.
Shortly after we released our undercover investigation into the Maryland's Deputy Attorney General, we received this anonymous letter from someone who had claimed to work with Vinaraja in the past. We have not been able to determine who sent it. The letter suggests that our investigation wasn't the first time Vinaraja compromised his ethics when it comes to pretty young women. Quote, while in the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office, he hired a young woman fresh out of law school, Kate Dorian, and put her in a position for which she was not yet qualified based on her lack of experience. It was a big joke within the rank-and-file prosecutors in the office because Dorian is Vinaraja's lover, unquote.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I just want to ask him one question. Just one question.
He said no.
Okay. He says no, that we can't ask him a question. So we're standing outside the Maryland Bar Association. They actually just closed the door on us. We tried to talk to the Attorney General, Brian Frosh. We don't know if he stands by his Deputy Attorney General after our expose. Maybe he doesn't, but we're going to keep trying. Despite the objections of some of the people in there, it's our job to get answers to these questions. That's who we are at Project Veritas, and we will continue to try to get answers to see what's going on with the Deputy Attorney General of Maryland.
I just know that you guys are a pain in the ass.